Derek, I know it's just camp, but you look at a day like tomorrow in a scrimmage. Is there anything you want to go out there and do? Is it more looking at the younger guys? What's your mindset going into a day like that?
It's a chance to go out there and do unscripted football, which is rare to get, during camp, because you don't really get that until you play in a preseason game, where you're out there, the offense is trying to scheme up against you, and it's playing football instead of, them actually knowing the play and us knowing the play that they're running, and, it's actually playing football. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Derek, which of the young guys or rookies have any of them stood out to you?
Yeah, I don't want to start naming names because I might leave somebody out, but there's a lot of guys that are coming along. But it's camp, it's a grind, so it's not about, like Coach said earlier. Coach Vance said earlier. It's not about if you have talent or not. It's about if you can handle, the mental side of this game, especially in the league, because everybody's good. So can you come out here when you're tired and still compete? And that's what it's about.
Specifically, DeMarcus Walker, he's playing the hybrid D-end outside linebacker. What have you seen from him as a defensive end?
I think, I don't want to say too much, but I think that he's, doing well out there. He's getting it. It fits him a little bit better, I think.
Defensively, Keith was talking about how you guys are trying to master some of the new wrinkles, stuff like that. How do you feel like that's going, and what do you like about it?
I like the way we're going right now. I think that everything we're doing, I think we're all starting to mold together really well, as a team. We care about each other. So some of the wrinkles, the run game, we're shutting that down. We're doing a good job of shutting that down. There was a radio station that said we weren't, but we could prove them wrong. No big deal. Y'all know who it was, but we'll prove you wrong. That's what we do.
What's it like going up against kind of McCoy's offense compared to Kubiak's offense in this trade?
It's a lot different. It's a different offense. Mike's he's a genius, so he does a good job of scheming up against every offense or every defense. So it's definitely different. I can't really tell you the exact differences because at the end of the day, as a defensive lineman, you can only get so many different blocks. It's really for the DBs that it turns out to be a lot different for.
A lot of guys tell us they don't listen to the media. I feel like you're different in that regard.
You know why? Because I'm going to hold you guys accountable just like you hold me accountable. You guys are going to say something, it's going to be true, and you're going to hear it from us and not from somebody else. So if you have a question about me or my teammates, you ask me or my teammates, and we'll answer it. Don't get it from somebody else and then just go get Twitter fingers and start tweeting it out.
How you feeling, man, this camp, like health-wise and everything?
I feel great. I put 20 pounds on. Heavier. I was like 285 last year. It was a little too light. Holding the point at 285 wasn't as easy as it should have been. So put on a little bit of weight and get my speed back up and feeling good.
When you go through a change like that in the break, and now you're at several days into camp, is this when you find out that you put the work in the right way that you wanted to? Now that you have some practices to say,
yeah,
all right, I did it the way I was hoping it would have turned out?
Yeah, after you get out there, and that's the thing. Like once camp becomes a grind and you're tired and your legs are dead, can I still carry that weight around? And I think I've been doing a good job at that. So yeah.
How different is it defending the run out here when you're not even tackling and stuff versus defending in line stuff?
Well, it's a little harder because you can't. I'm not going to hit, like CJ comes running through. I'm not going to hit him from the side and knock him over and he trips over somebody and So it's a little bit different. It looks like they're breaking runs, but really it's just a side tackle where I'm not going to when you got to be smart out there in the field. You can't be hurting your own players.
What have you seen so far about this group, Derek, makes you think you guys will be better against the run?
What have I seen?
Yeah.
It's proof on the film. That's what I've seen. I've seen it on the film where everybody's fitting in the same gaps and holding the point. Delmatow's doing a great job in the middle. Crick's holding it over there. He's put on some extra weight.
Right.
So and our linebackers are hitting it, and we're fitting really well.
Well, why is Vance Joseph effective as a motivator? What about him?
Because he's a player's coach. He understands what we're going through. He can relate to us, and not that Kubiak couldn't. It's not that Kubiak couldn't. We won a Super Bowl with Kubiak. Kubiak was a player as well. But when you have somebody who understands how a defensive lineman thinks or how a DB thinks, it's a little different.
Derek, when Vaughn talked to us earlier this week, talked about 30 sacks because it was mentioned in Oakland. Do you have any personal goals for yourself?
I think between me and Vaughn, there's no reason we can't have 30 to 40 sacks. It's between the two of us. That's what I'd like to see. That's reaching high, but that's if you don't reach high, then you got nowhere to go.
Did you get a chance to talk to Coobs today?
Yeah, got to see him. It was great to see him. He looks healthy, happy.
Happy to have him back?
Yeah, it's going to be nice to have him around.
How about the group you go against on that? You can call it kind of a new offensive line, a lot of new faces. When you go against them and you're kind of one-on-ones and stuff, what do you see from this, I guess, quote-unquote, newer offensive line?
I think our offensive line's doing a great job. They're nasty. They're playing mean, playing tough. They're way bigger. You know, Manelik Watson is a huge dude. You know, Ron Leary going against that. Me and him are going to make each other better because he's a great player. I like to think of myself as a pretty good player. So you know, us going against each other every day is just going to make us better.
When you go against them, not just that, do you kind of talk to each other and say, hey, if you would have done this, it would have worked?
Yeah, that's what we do. If I beat him in a one-on-one, he'll be like, "Oh, what'd you see?" And I'll tell him. And if he shut me down, I'll be like, "Well, what did I do that, that I shouldn't have?" And we coach each other up, make each other better.
Is there concern with Shaq out and Shane out that teams are gonna, like in basketball, double team Vaughn, and how do you guys avoid that to make it so they can't just isolate him and put 2-3 guys over there?
You know, they're going to do that anyways. It really doesn't matter. That's just what teams are going to slide their protection to where Vaughn and I are lining up at. So, because me and Vaughn do such a good job of working together, and we've been doing it for 6 years together. So we kind of just, it's just I can't really explain it. You can feel where a guy's, how he's going to rush, and I just know how he rushes. So I know how I can fill in because he's so fast off the ball. I just feed off of it, So. It's going to happen either way, so we just got to figure out ways to shut that down. And as far as the other side goes, it's next man in. If somebody gets hurt, you can't just pick. Oh, well, I guess that's it. Somebody's got to step up, and that's a great opportunity for some of these young guys.
What do you think of the kid DeMarcus getting some run at outside linebacker?
Yeah, I think he's doing a good job. He does a good job of setting the edge. His pass rush is getting better. He's one of those guys that wants to be great, so he's gonna keep trying his hardest to be the best player he can be.